Hey guys, False Belief here, back with another YouTube video. Today we are going to be going over how to program your own script like Rubicon. You guys see me use it all the time in my YouTube videos, so I wanted to go through and give you guys a step-by-step guide because I want to reprogram this to optimize it. And make it a little bit better. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with our shebang. Alright, and then we'll save it. We'll go to View, Syntax Bash. Alright, let's zoom in a little bit. There we go. Now, what do we want it to do? What makes Rubicon good for me is that I can output to files in Rubicon directory. I like that I can automate most enumeration scripts, and then I like being able to enable and disable / configure my scans. So what do we want to do? We'll start with Nmap today. This might be a multi-part video. I plan on going pretty in-depth on what each command does, how to use them, just because you guys see me use this all the time, so I want you guys to be able to understand what this script does, so that way you can learn a little bit more about the penetration testing process. So we'll start with our Nmap scan today, and we'll create a start function. And what this function will do is initiate / decide which scripts to run. So we're going to need a couple variables, right? So we'll do while, we actually don't want that. We want while get ops args do, and then we'll put this into a case, args in pattern, and then this is just an example here. So we'll do what does Nmap need? So Nmap needs, let's go here, Nmap needs an IP address. So we need to be able to specify an IP address. I want to be able to specify a host name. So we'll have to grep the host name from the IP address. We'll want to do a deep scan, a laxed scan, a range scan, which we might do with ARP-A instead. It's just a little bit neater with Nmap. And we also will want to maybe specify custom instructions, like specify custom instructions. That'd be nice to do. So i.e. Nmap variable quote -sn -o hyphen T4, and then IP. So what we'll need is I. And let me make sure I do this right. I had a lot of issues. There it is, right here. See the quotes? That's what I need. So, the way this works is anything with a semicolon after specifies that there will be information after that notification. So I'm going to go ahead and type out usable. I feel like that's spelled wrong. Able to be used. Able to be used, and we're gonna set this. And I'm gonna go through. Actually, we don't want numbers, so it's gonna be A, B, and I'm gonna go through and do this just so I can keep track of what I've used and what I haven't. When I'm done, I will be right back. Here we go. Alright, and now that I have that done, I can keep track of what I've used and what I haven't used. So we're going to be using I, and that is going to provide an IP address. So let's go ahead and take capital I out. Perfect. And we'll do boom, and we'll set IP is equal to opt-arg, which is the optional argument, I believe. Let's go ahead and just reference. It's always good to reference. Yep. So IP equal to opt-arg. Perfect. And that will always be the same. I like I being set for that. So now we want to run verification on the IP address. I don't feel like retyping all of this. I can put it in the description if it would be easier. Okay, this right here is the IP active, which is, it just pings the IP address. So we'll do validates IP adder, and we'll paste that there. I want to keep the ping validation. I want to be able to skip it because some devices block ping validation. So we will tackle that next, which can be lowercase I, and we can do skip validation equals true, and then we can keep that on the else. So we don't want to set that to true here. We want to echo out validation, and then skip ping validation, and we'll just lowercase that there. All right, skip ping validation. I want all the colors. I love all my colors. I love a colorful script. So, well, actually, we'll keep it out for now. And we'll run with this. So I is now out of here, and we need to add I here. So skip validation equals true. And we want to verify IP format as well. Format. IP. Oh, where's that? Here we go. IP address format. So I want to merge these two functions here. So I think if I go here, 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 and then we can remove this. Yeah, so we'll then do, we'll run a if stat equals, let's see what that does. So Control F, stat, it just goes here. That's status. Stat equals 1. Stat equals that. Return stat. So did I even utilize that in the script is the question. I did. So return stat, host is running, and it's lookup. It valid IP format IP. So it passes that and it tests it. So actually, we'll go back here. So let's go ahead and remove all of this here, and we'll return stat. And then what we can do is valid IP format IP. And then we can do an if valid IP format IP then and we'll finish that with fee, and then we'll move this up. Validates IP. Okay, let's get rid of that. All right, validates IP adder format, and this is searching for an xxx.xxx.xxx.xxx or x.x.x.x or xx.xx.xx. Oh, wow. And just standard files like that. All right, so now we need to test if host is running valid IP format IP. Then we'll do else echo -e validation invalid IP address format, invalid IP address format, and then we'll exit 0 to cleanly exit. Now we can test this by running IP active. Boom. So now we'll chmod +x Rubicon 2, and we'll /Rubicon2 -I 192.168.0.114, which is my IP address. Syntax error near IP if IP valid format. Where is that at? If valid IP format. Oh, so when you're running it through this, I suppose you don't need that. Interesting. All right, so we didn't get anything back. IP equals optarg. Oh, we should probably call the start function. There we go. Oh, maybe not. Yeah, just call start. Nice. Let's see how I did this. So, IP active. Maybe we should pass all the variables with a $@ boom, boom, boom. Nope, nothing's coming back. So we are calling start. Let's see what's going on here. Right, when we call IP active, it goes up here. Oh, there's no echoing, so it's telling me that it's active. Let's test invalid format. Invalid IP address format. And let's skip the ping as well. Skipping ping validation. Alright, so within these functions here, we also want to echo that the host is running. So echo -e validation host is running proceeding. Actually, we can just take this whole command here other than that being there. We can put this here. We can put that there. It is not running. Terminating. Perfect. All right, now we try it again. Skip ping validation. What is going on with that? Oh, right. Perfect. Boom, host is running, proceeding. Perfect. So we have our validation. Boom. So now we can do our directory test. So we need to set variables, const variables. Perfect. So directory equals print working directory /Rubicon. All right, now we need to make a function for directory test. So directory test function dir test. So we'll say if directory exists, I think that's -h. Let's just go back and take a look at it, right? So that's the good thing, is you can always go back and look. Go to definition. There we go. So, if is not a directory, right? So, if is not a directory, which we want an !d. If directory is not a directory, then we echo out, let's see, what is that called? What's a fancy word for note taking? It's a word for taking notes. Documentation. I like it. Documentation. And let's make this a little bit bigger here. Documentation. output directory does not exist, creating, and then we can do sudo mkdir directory, and then echo -e documentation output directory created, proceeding, else, because we don't want to do anything else, echo documentation directory already, oh, we don't need another cap there, already exists, proceeding, and then we will call our InMap function, I believe, let's see, if not directory, why is it nested is the question. So what I did wrong the last time is nested the loops into that, so that way it can create the directory, which then tests. So a quicker way to do that is just to do this right here. And actually, we don't want to do that just yet. We'll want to, the very first thing we want to do is root. So is root, and we're just always going to pass all variables. Just assume we're passing all variables with this, that way there's no confliction. And I don't remember how to test if the user is root, so we're going to check right somewhere. Let's see, please run as root or sudo. Perfect. So we'll nest that into a function, function is root, and then we'll do that. All right, is not equal to 0, exit. So we'll run this as error. Actually, we'll do sudo error, please run with sudo or as root, terminating, and then exit 1 is root, right? So if that passes, then we can continue our thing. So now we want to do the dir test alongside at, perfect, and then we want to run our InMap command. Actually, we'll do lowercase InMap. All right, so it's going to test if is root, then if the IP is active, and it's going to do the directory test. So let's go. So we'll do sudo /Rubicon2 -i 192.168.0.114. Put in my sudo password. Oh, host is running documentation. Uh-oh. Indent scan no longer supported. Oh no, I did not mean to run that. That's spectacular. All right, let's try this again. All right, output directory created. It was not created because there is a conflicting thing right here. So let's mitigate that by going here and going, we're going to tab all of this in, and we want to test if it's a file. So if -f, I believe, is file. Let's see. How to test if something is a file in if statement bash. Perfect. Yep, -f. All right, so we'll do wrong one. Okay, so we'll do if f directory, then we will do we'll echo out, right? Documentation file already exists, or yeah, file already exists. Please remove file to create directory. Oh, and it would be cool if the user can specify a name of the directory they would like the file to be saved in. So let's go specify directory output name. That'll be cool. That will be very cool. All right, so what are we working on? We're working on this. All right, so if directory is a file already exists, please remove file to create directory, and then we will let them know terminating, and then we will exit without an error. We don't want to exit with errors. So boom, and then we will move this down here. And go here. We'll do else. Perfect. So now file already exists, please remove file and create directory. So what I'm going to do is now we will make it so the user can specify an output directory. So we'll do capital D with the information, and then capital D, output dir equals print working directory slash optarg. Oh, I do that every time. Optarg. All right. Now we can go to the directory test, and we can say if output directory is not empty. So here's what we'll do. We'll tab all of this in here, and we'll say if not empty, output dir, then directory equals, I think it's going to be like that. We'll just put this in quotes. Yeah. Then if it's not empty, and then I think we actually don't need this, we can Control X, Control Z, to untab all of that in, and we might be able to, oh no, okay, so we'll do if not empty output dir, then directory equals output dir. And then we can test it with -d test. All right. Oh, so we are missing a little bit of information here. We can't forget to do that. File already exists. Creating new file terminated. Rubicon, no such file or directory. Let's see. If a variable is not empty, so if not empty, HTTP, yeah. So if -z is not empty, then we'll set output directory. If the output directory is not empty, then we'll set that. Then directory equals direct output dir. Let's see. Nope, not what I wanted. Let's try it like this. Maybe, hopefully. FalseBeliefs program Rubicon. Oh. All right, there we go. I messed up there. So now at the end of this, we want to export directory so that way it is global and it doesn't get reset. So now we will just echo directory just in case. Perfect. Export not a valid identifier. Let's try that right there. There we go. Already exists proceeding, and then it outputs the directory for us. So we just want to make sure that that maintains its file memory. All right, so now we don't need that. And now we can finally hop into nmap. Nmap func for nmap function. It will pass all of that. And we will go here and create function nmap func. Perfect. And these are all the things we need to be able to do in here. We have IP address. We're not going to do host name just yet, so we want a deep scan and a lax scan, as well as a range scan. So we want all that to happen within our, so we'll do deep scan, lax scan, and then custom command scan and range scan. Perfect. So what we need to do is we're going to dive into what nmap does via the man page. All right. So here we go. We're going to go through this. So nmap, actually we're not going to run the range scan through nmap. Actually we should, because if I do arp-a, it doesn't bring up everything, but if I do sudo Rubicon, if I do this, we'll cd into the test directory. If I do this, then it scans everything and we get better output. So we will be doing that through nmap instead. Perfect. All right. So a lot of the in-map scans I already have, I can take, and I'll delve into what exactly they do and how they're helpful to know. So we'll just take all of this right here. Perfect. All right, and we will go at the bottom, and we'll put it here. All right, so this is the deep scan, the deep in-map scan. So let's see what SV does. I think that's version. So we'll just control F, SV, hyphen SV. All right, probe open ports to determine service version info. So service version, maybe we can do every single probe. That seems pretty good. So we'll run this instead. It looks like we are going to want to run, let's see, verbose level VV for greater effect, increase debugging, resume IPv6 scanning, enable OS detection, version detection, script scanning, trace route, and here are some examples. So we want to see the man page. This is what we want right here. No, it's not. You know what we'll do? We'll just man in-map, and we will grep everything that we want. So SV, version scan, I think it's in. No? Okay. Oh, yeah. Grep version DB service probes file. All right, so we will do version all for the deep scan. This is going to be the deep scan. So instead of this one, actually we can just go to we can do let's see. Actually, I think I'm going to leave these scans the way they are. The deep scan and the loose scan. So in map, it only makes sense to be in. So we will do capital N, lowercase n. And we'll take both of these out of here. And we'll go, if it's a capital N, it's going to be deep. Deep equals, are we just testing if it's not empty? Yeah. So deep equals A, and if it's a lower scan, we'll do loose equals A, and then we'll give ourselves these semicolons here. Or colons, I'm not exactly sure what they are. All right, so now if we do in, and default is going to be in. This right here says else if it's not empty, or if it is empty, then you're gonna run this scan right here. Perfect. So now we want to do a range scan, which only makes sense to be an R. So we'll add this baby here. We'll do R. We'll do R. And then we'll give it the range equals true. And then we can hop over here, right? And we're going to find the range scan, which I think just happens range Here we go. It just happens right here. So we'll do if range not empty. Yeah. So range is going to equal opt_arg, and this baby is going to be like that. And let's just get into the habit of adding these. So now that all of that is done, initialize in-max scan is starting. We're going to get rid of these two because that's just coloring right here. Initialized in-map scan. All right. So we'll do if not empty range, then we'll do that there. And then we can do we can move this. We'll have it here and here. And then the range scan is starting. We'll do proceeding. Range scan complete. And then we'll do in-map scan proceeding. We'll do this scan proceeding. In-map deep scan. In-map laxed scan. And then once it's done, we can do in-map scan deep scan complete. In-map laxed scan complete. Perfect. All right, we're going to test these out here. And if everything works, I think that's going to wrap it up for this video. So let's go ahead. And of course, I have to dive a little bit into it, but we're going to Rubicon 2. We're going to specify our IP address. We're going to specify the directory as test2. We're going to specify a deep scan. All right, host is running, created, laxed scan. Oh, that did not work. Oh, I already used D. In. Oh no. In. There we go. All right, that one's gonna do a very deep scan on my machine. So we'll let this run just to verify, and then we'll do our, well, we already know the laxed scan works because I messed up. And everything else seems to work except we have to test the range scan. And yeah, this is, yeah, it's a little bit deeper. And TCP wrapped is open. I got a bunch of stuff open on my machine. But now we want to run -R 192.168.0.11/24 invalid IP address format. So now what we need to do is, before we do all of this, well, actually before we do this, we want to do if range scan. So if range is not empty, then InMap func with hue, and then we want to do an else, right? And now it won't validate the IP address. Oh, it's saying lack scan complete. All right, so if range is not empty, then InMap function, if range is not empty, which is right here, range equals optarg. Oh, see, it is empty because we didn't specify that it needs information at the end of it. Oh, now it's saying deep scan complete. I am enjoying this. Range scan, range equals optarg. So if range is not empty, then InMap function, and then it just says deep scan complete. Like it skips all of this and just says deep scan complete. Maybe we'll nest this into an else, and then tab all of this in and shift up. Yeah, let's try that. InMap deep scan complete. Oh. InMap range scan complete. All right, that InMap did not run. So what we want to do is we want to take this right here and we will sudo Control-Shift and then no output 192.168.0.0/24. See, so we know that works, right? Let's go ahead and if not empty, all right, so why is it not working is our question, right? It says InMap range scan proceeding, InMap range scan complete. Oh, it's because maybe so we'll try this -VB for verbose as well. Nope. Writing not a directory. So what we need to do, and I just realized this, dir test needs to happen above this guy, right? File exists, moving directory. Oh, but I didn't specify that, so it doesn't look like, actually we'll just do -d test 2. Yeah, there we go. Oh man, that is a lot of verbose here. Host is down, host is down, host is down, host is up. Let's get rid of that VV now. The VV is just extra output that we don't need. So now we can try it. All right, so, and it outputs it. We're actually just gonna cat this, range, make sure everything's still outputting. I know I've seen it in there, but all right, and all of that is outputting. Now the issue we're running into is that directory is not persistent. So maybe we can set it so it reads from a hidden file, but I feel like that would be useless. So let's go ahead and go dive deep into what this does. So this is software version detection. This is the time it spends on each port. A, I don't know, so we'll do man nmap grep A. Wow, that's a lot of A's. Let's go ahead and just find the regular A that we're looking for here. Hey, here we go. OS detection, version detection, script scanning, and trace route. Privileged, assume the user is fully privileged. We don't want to do that, so we don't have to worry about that. This tells it to scan every port, that P, or the -P-. This tells it to, let's see, no ping, so that just stops the it looks like it just stops the validation on Nmap side of things, and then this is also OS detection. I think, yeah, it looks like, let's see if I can find it. Yeah, enable OS detection. Yep, and that's what all of those do. This does not do the synth scan or the sync scan. So if you've seen in my other videos, when I ran the Nmap range scan, it would output all of the information for the machines, and it would take like 40 minutes to run, and it was very, very annoying. So now, if we run it with this, it stops that scan from happening and just gives us a range of IP addresses and scans that network. Just like that, instead of all the other information that we do not need. All right. So I don't think this is going to work. Not right now, at least. So we don't need to export that because we're not editing it. And we can re-add our capital D here, which we never took away. Ooh. And get rid of it here. That way we don't have to worry about it. Alright, and I think that is going to wrap up this video. Sorry I'm all over the place. Hopefully this wasn't too difficult to follow. And of course, all of this, when we're completed, will be on my GitHub, so you guys can look at it and decode it. If you have any possible suggestions, feel free to leave a comment and let me know, and we will figure out where to go next. I think next we're going to specify custom instructions. Basically, we're going to say nmap, and then run whatever the user inputs with forced output and not on the IP address. So they'll just be able to type in -SV, -T4, -A, or whatever other nmap scans they want to run. If a user's more advanced, like I don't know what half of these things do. I don't know how you can run scripts or firewall evasion or ARP spoofing or whatever else, nmap can do. So I think that's going to conclude this video. We got quite a bit done, about 119 lines of code, plus or minus 13. So that's going to wrap it up. Thank you for watching, and have a wonderful day.